How do you know if you're doing enough in a day? As a fighter, it's easy. You just think about the tournament you've won. Was it regionals? Have you won state? Have you won nationals? Have you been to team trials before? Have you won international competitions? Whatever level you're stuck at, think about what do you need to do to get to the next level. Some of you guys train 2 to 3 times a week. Some of you guys are more serious. You're training 2 to 3 times a day. Whatever result you're getting is a result of your systems plus experience. Now, experience you're just going to get over time, but systems you can upgrade. And that's very easy to gauge. However, as a father, as a parent, as a husband, that can be harder to measure. And so I would like to say the baseline is if you have a roof over your head, food on the table, good relationship with the kids, good relationship with the spouse, I'd say you're doing a pretty damn good job. However, I want you to consider this, that the life you're living right now, the car you drive, the house you're in, clothes you wear, the happiness and fulfillment in the marriage, the bond with your kids, if you don't intentionally try to improve that over time, nothing will change and it will actually start to deteriorate. If you are unintentional about your marriage, if you're unintentional about the time you spend with your kids, if you're unintentional about your finances or your skill set, a lot of the skills that you learned previously are just going to fade away. And unfortunately, a lot of those skills help stack with other skills. So you might just start forgetting things altogether. However, I'd like to invite you to think about if you start becoming intentional about every aspect, about your finances, about your marriage, about your relationship with your kids, about your own fitness. If you start becoming intentional about every single one of these areas, think about for a moment in the future what your life could be like. What could really, really be like if you keep adding all these small wins. Perfect car, perfect house, fulfilling marriage, amazing kids. This is possible for you. I live in a world where I believe this is possible because I've seen other people do it. This is possible for you, but only if you take the actions on a daily basis that will help you get there. Only if you take the daily actions that will help you get there. So if you know that to be better financially, you should be reading, but you don't read, that reality is never going to happen. If you know you're supposed to be studying some communication skills to speak with your wife better or have a better marriage, but you don't read about that or work on that actively, your marriage will probably not get better. It'll actually probably become stagnant because everyone is getting comfortable and no one's really working on anything. Same thing with your kids. Same thing with your fitness. Your ultimate perfect self, I believe, is achievable. And it's achievable within a shorter time frame than you think is possible. But only if you consistently apply the daily actions. So once again, if you got the roof over your head, you got the kids, you got the wife, you got the house, you got food on the table, you're doing a pretty good job. And you're doing enough. But if you want better, if you want the ideal and the perfect that is possible for your life, you have to take the little daily actions that will get you there. Otherwise, you stop and you start backtracking. And unfortunately, if you just sit here, you're on some days, you're off some days, you're on some days, you're off some days, this ideal state will never be reached. It's only going to be reached through daily action, consistent daily action toward the goal. Keep this in mind next time you want to skip any one of these habits you're supposed to be doing. I want the best for you guys. I want you guys to achieve this ideal dream state. And the only way to get there is the daily action. See you guys tomorrow.